Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy, the Anime Sage, coming to you with a podcast episode on the Sage's Sanctum, on the Sage's Sanctum podcast. Joining me now is Drew from Life Universe, once again, my co-host. So, say hi, Drew.
What's up?
Hello. So, I guess we can now go into some stuff that we want to do and talk about. So, let's talk about our waifu of the day. So, my waifu of the day, I'm always in the mood to talk about these beautiful, big, kitty waifus and stuff like that. So, my waifu of the day has to go to... I don't know if I've done her. I think it has to go to Miyako from My Hero Academia.
I don't remember if you did her or not.
I don't think I did. So so my wife for the day is Miracle, and if not, and if I already did her, I would say Nefertiti Vivi, Princess of Alabasta from One Piece. But right now my wife for the day is Miracle.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to give it to Midnight from My Hero Academia.
MHA bros.
Well, you just got me thinking. That's why.
That's fine. That's fine. Midnight is a nice big titty waifu as well, so you know.
I mean, this is more of one of our joke topics that we created, and we keep doing it as our first segment. It's kind of funny.
Well, you know, it's something that could be very nice, you know. All right, so let's get into our first news story of the day. So we got something called a Kickstarter project for the Wakfu anime series. And it's actually, well, it hit its goal at $1,037,696.
With a goal of only like 100,000 something. Like, that's insane.
And hopefully this Kickstarter project does very well with a limited budget, but this is amazing.
But for people who don't know what Wakfu is, you can probably find it on Netflix. But it's a French anime type of collaboration project. And the issue that happened was they did the first 3 seasons, but they ran out of money, basically. So the last season was never produced. So what they did is they did a Kickstarter to basically make sure there's enough people in the fan base who would be willing to help start the project off, so that way they could get funded fully. And I think $1 million is definitely enough.
Yeah.
At least to get their interest, for sure.
Yeah, that's going to be something that's really good, you know. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy that this one got a good Kickstarter. And hopefully it doesn't turn out like most Kickstarters do, like My Number 9, you know, all those Kickstarters.
So according to the last update, which was done today, it seems like we're going to get 11 episodes, which is pretty good.
11 episodes, huh?
At least that's what they said.
Well, that's something I can agree with. I can like, you know. Don't mind me. I'm just refilling my drink, like my cup or something like that.
But yeah, if you want to check out Wakfu before this new season eventually comes out, just check out Netflix. I believe they still have it. You can watch it there.
Yeah, and all of you guys can, like, you know, get to experience why people are so passionate about this anime.
But yeah, we got another virtual con that's going on. So we have Funimation.
Oh yes,
it's a virtual
Funimation Con, a virtual event. It's gonna host on Blue Encounter, Flow, Kanaboom, Luna Haruna. Ooh, this should be a fun con to look at. And the stream, I believe. Let me look at this again. It's also gonna have like host panels about from the voice cast of Fruit Basket, One Piece, and Fire Force. And they have some bands like Sunichi Tanabe, Yuta Sujimura, Yoshide Takamura, and Yuya Eguchi,
Blue Encounter,
and which is again the Blue Encounter band. And they've perform theme songs for My Hero Academia, Gintama, Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, Banana Fish, and Ayu no Sora.
Oh, they have
So
Float.
yeah,
That's
it
pretty
should
cool.
be pretty good. And it's gonna be held on July 1st to July 4th. So it's a 2-day stream panel
Which,
of just fun stuff, you know?
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff for this one, honestly. Like, I don't know if we'll talk about it afterwards. We probably will talk about whatever stuff they might announce there, but that seems pretty fun for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those times where it's gonna be one of those times where you just love being an anime fan, you know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
And while I have my disagreements with Funimation and stuff like that, this con I think is gonna be really fun.
But yeah,
Um,
we actually have news on Shaman King, actually.
yes, actually, this is huge news. Actually, yesterday, the Shaman King manga it's getting a brand new TV anime next April of next year. So in 2021.
Which means we can have a non-4Kids dub version of Shaman King.
Oh.
At
You
least I
guys
hope
suck.
so. At least I hope so.
I don't think 4Kids exists
They still exist.
somewhat, but they fell for bankruptcy.
I mean, they're now 4K Entertainment. I believe the only things that they dub is Yu-Gi-Oh! And probably Bakugan, I think.
Ugh, I hate them so much. They fucking ruined Piece's anime by dubbing it. And I'm thank God for Funimation.
I think it might be fun one day to just react to some of the older 4Kids stuff, but I don't know when I'll ever want to do that. Because reaction channels are getting hit left and right these days, so it's not worth it to me.
Yeah, but the fact that this thing exists and stuff like
And the nice thing with Shaman King, they're adapting all 35 volumes, so they're getting a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood type of treatment here, which is insane.
let's go! Oh my god, I cannot wait for this to come out in 2021. So, I guess we can move on to our next topic. Live rapid fire TV shows, whatever.
What ifs?
Yes, live rapid fire what ifs. So, the plan here is to maybe at a certain point do live streams about our rapid fire what ifs that you guys kind of liked a long time ago, you know?
Because one main issue that we kind of realized is that they're kind of in decline a bit, so what we thought of doing is bringing it back as a live show and then moving the segments that are cuttable and do highlight reels, kind of, you know?
Yes.
That's the idea behind it. We're gonna try to get Dragon Star Productions back on. We're gonna try to get other creators who were part of the original crew, but we'll just have to see how that goes for the most part. As far as when it'll officially happen, though, we just need to see if we have enough interest, so we probably do a poll on the community tab, see if people want that, and we'll see how that goes. I'm sure we both can do that pretty easily.
Yeah, oh my god, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
It's gonna be fun. If you remember some of our previous rapid fire what ifs, they're pretty legendary. The What If Deku Had a Quirk series, that ongoing series
Oh
was
my god.
legendary.
Oh my god. That was legendary. That was legendary.
And there's a few other. My rapid fire what if of What If Deku Had a Death Note, that one was fun.
Those are honestly so fun to do and stuff like that, honestly.
Yeah, which is why we want to try to bring it back, honestly. And I'm surprised we're not at the 10-minute mark. It's surprising how fast we're going through topics today.
Well, yeah, well, that's probably makes sense, I guess, in a way, but whatever.
Hey, it'll get a short episode this time. Oh well. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't too much news, like, going on, really, because of COVID, basically. That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, but in terms of but I feel like I could maybe talk about stuff I want to do in the future and what you want to do in terms of channels and stuff like that. Because primarily, I'm actually looking into my own form of expansion, and I've made this very clear in a couple update videos. Not in just what series I do what ifs on and stuff like that, but also some other stuff
I know
in
with me, I
between.
don't plan to expand the range of content that I do, because I only post once a week, so I don't get burnt out as easily. But the thing is, I spend a lot of time trying to get stuff done, unfortunately, because of the way I create content. You get me, though?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Ooh, this looks nice. Let me send this. Drop that in there. But anyways, there's actually an original sci-fi anime that's gonna be coming out. So Decadence, they basically have a full promo video that you can check out. It looks like it's on YouTube there, so if you want to see it. But it looks pretty cool. It's gonna be dubbed by Funimation, it seems.
Yes. Oh my.
Like, I
Thank
like
you
this art
for.
style. It looks really good.
Yes. Oh my god. I guess I could also talk about. We go.
There's a
I guess.
character called Pipe.
Oh my god. Wait, Pike? As in
No,
Pike from the
Pipe.
Pipe. Oh my
There's
god.
literally a character called Pipe, and it looks so cute.
So, is anyone gonna pipe?
It's like, you should look at the thing first before you say that.
I've seen it before. Is it like that little fairy thing?
No. You should click on the Discord link I sent you and look this thing.
Oh, a minute, sorry. I thought it was the fairy thing. Or am I thinking of
No, this is something else.
Oh, I'm thinking of from Berserk.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else. Look at this thing.
I'm thinking of Puck.
Yeah, yeah, you're saying a puck, not Puck. But whatever. What this weird abomination creature thing is, but it's so cute.
I mean, we could think about piping pipe, you know?
No, you see this thing?
I mean,
Click the link. Look at it. Look at this.
I'm clicking the link. I'm clicking the link.
Scroll down and see this thing. Like, I don't think you were gonna say that. I want you to see this thing.
Oh wow, we got okay, so alright, so we got what the fuck is this thing?
Are you reconsidering after you see what the thing is?
I mean, if it can turn into a human, maybe I consider it.
Okay. Great. If you want to know what we're talking about, look up Pipe from Decadence. You'll realize what Sage has now realized what this thing is.
Oh man, well, I mean, I feel like this is so fucking stupid.
I just like that you're like, sure, if I can transform into a human.
Oh yeah, well, if it can transform into a human, I mean, I could think about. I mean, is it really bestiality if it has a human pussy or something like that?
I don't know if I want to get into that. Alright, so it seems like the series will premiere on July 8th around 11:30 p.m. whatever on the ATX channel that runs on Tokyo and a bunch of other channels apparently.
Someone's gonna take that way too seriously one
No,
day.
someone's gonna take that out of context and make it its own video and just show the picture of the thing. And people are gonna wonder, who's this anime sage guy? Was he? What's going with this? It looks like a dog thing.
I will be ready when that happens because like I'll get my shit on standby. I'm gonna be like, oh, is there any like anime state slamming today? Oh, here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
Let's see, another good news. It appears that Funimation, the Pokemon company, have decided to do some donations to support the Black Lives Matter movement, it appears. So Funimation did around, it says they're going to do like 1 million. And I believe the Pokemon company did like 5 million to like various organizations.
Yeah. I mean that's pretty cool. That like they can, and at the end of the day, at least they're putting the money where their mouth is, you know?
I guess so. I just thought that'd be something nice to bring up since, or like I said, we're kind of dry on topics today, so I'm literally just trying to find stuff.
I mean, there is a continuation of Eden Zero. So there's a potential announcement for like it's a sequel to Fairy Tail.
Okay.
So
that's neat.
So like there's probably going to be like more about like I think that anime is getting like a potential sequel coming up. There's an anime coming out with Eden Zero.
Yeah, that's the thing I just sent you, and it makes sense because we have Boruto, we have Inuyasha coming back with something. We have Bleach that's planning to finish what they're doing, and they might possibly do a Kai after that, hopefully.
Yeah, because they might either do a Kai or a sequel, honestly.
If it were me, I would do a Kai, because there was so much filler, and you could re-release it kind of like how Full Metal Alchemist did, and people would still like it and watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering how the aspect ratio thing is going to be with me, because it might throw me off, considering, like, the production, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because kind of like Dragon Ball, it wasn't produced in HD initially. Like, if you remember Kai, like, that was their remake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, like, do something, but anyway. Yeah, with Dragon Ball, it had, like, those issues as well. I feel like if you gave Bleach a little bit of a remaster and stuff like that, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I think a lot more people would respect Bleach, actually, after something like that. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Let's see. G-Kids and Shout Factory actually are planning to release the Wind Rises film to DVD in America on September 22nd, so that's kind of neat.
Ooh, I could talk about One Piece for a bit, actually.
Yeah, we could do that here.
So, One Piece is really fucking good, in my opinion. I finished like the Drum Island arc, and I think we're going to finally gonna have an Alabasta arc after that. I saw this dude named like Ace who was looking after Luffy or something like that. He'll be like Alabasta in like 10 days or something like that at the end of the manga. At the end of that little thing. So hopefully that there's something that comes up from there.
Yeah, hopefully, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see, another thing that's important news-wise is Japan's actually doing an even more stricter copyright law on downloaded manga magazines, and it's planned to go into effect into 2021, actually. So that might help with combating piracy, actually, which is good.
Yeah.
What, you're pro piracy?
Is
that what you're
I'm pro reading my manga. I don't really care.
I don't know if it would affect the English releases potentially, but piracy is still illegal either way.
I just like fuck laws. I just want my anime and manga. I don't care.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, no, I'm not speaking on that issue, but you know, let's see what Japan's doing. So, let's see. This is all right. So, Parliament revised copyright law on Friday to expand law to punish those who knowingly download illegal or upload loaded or pirated manga, magazines, and academic works. Academic works. That one's a weird one, but okay.
Academic
I guess
work.
people aren't allowed to learn. They're anti-education, I guess.
Anti-education, baby. Let's not teach people.
Yeah, you can't pirate your textbook.
Come on, like let's stop this bullshit.
Like, I know people like in colleges like who do that these days just because they can't afford it.
Like why wouldn't they want to do that? Like come on. Like do you have people you need to understand like this is like a short rant a little bit, but college is not that important in terms of like you being successful or not, you know? Like it can give
My
you
thing is
options.
like, would your college professor care if you did it or not? Most likely not, unless they're getting money
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, they're not gonna care about that. It's like who the fuck is this affecting? The colleges who want you to spend thousands of dollars on textbooks, and when you're paying like thousands of dollars in tuition every couple of years.
And my issue is like, if your professor wrote the textbook you're using, I feel like that's a double standard and a bit controversial that they're working at that college. Like, that's just me there. Like, I think it's a bit sus. But yeah, the Japanese cabinet meeting approved this proposal on March 10th. Let's see, the previous copyright laws only formalized punishment for downloads of illegally uploaded music and videos, as well as uploads of all material. The revision will still allow downloading of a few frames of a manga or several dozen pages or more, or posting photographs where the manga doesn't focus on the photo, for example, appearing in reflections, okay? And it doesn't punish people who download derivative works, such as doujin and fanfiction, or parodies. That's good. At least people can't be attacked for that.
Doujin's baby. As we see the okay, I'm not doing that.
Anyways, penalties for repeat offenders of blah blah is 2 years in jail, maximum fine of 2 million yen, so that's around like $18,000 US. And penalties for people operating the leeching sites is actually 5 years in jail, maximum of 5 million yen, which is around like 40,000 something. So that's pretty crazy there, but whatever. I think the main issue that people need to realize is that a ton of these piracy companies are being ran out of like Russia or other places where copyright law is very lean, where DMCA doesn't apply too much. So I think people need to realize that like most sites that people are pirating are probably not gonna have them be taken down as quickly because of that reason, because they create like servers for stuff. Like that's why I don't see the Pirate Bay usually going down too often, even though like it's pretty obvious what they're doing.
Yeah.
But that's enough about that. But anyways, let's get into our tip of the day since we didn't talk about that yet.
Yeah. It's like the comment section can destroy you unless you take it very seriously. So what do we mean by that? Like introduce that to us, Drew.
So like if someone doesn't like your voice, for example, something that you can't really change, I think that's something that could hurt you over time if you keep trying to listen to that specific comment if you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Or someone's like trying to like harass you and say other stuff, which most comments these days are filtered heavily by YouTube's filters, so you don't get those as much, but you might see it like in your little inbox thing for like held for review or spam, because that happens to me every once in a while, you know.
Yeah. I feel like when you let the comment section bother you, it just like at that point you're kind of um just like letting it affect your mental health and stability and stuff like that.
And the main thing that you have to do is you have to have a balance, because some comments are actually relative. Like, they actually are important if you take your time to think about some of them, but other ones are sometimes stuff that you just can't control. Like, if you need a better editing software, but you can't afford one, or your mic sounds bad, but you just can't buy another one. Like, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense.
Like, I will say, like, if there's things that you can improve from where you are previously, then consider trying doing that. That's what I'm trying to do, because I reached a point where I kind of know better without doing stuff, I guess. So I'm trying to fix some stuff, but it comes at the consequence of not having some newer stuff out. So that's why I have to try to figure out a balance with that. So that's all I'm saying there. Like, you want to have a good, like, first representation of your channel. Like, that's why I'm trying to get rid of some of my older stuff, but they're being archived for the most part. Like, they're not gone forever. They're just being moved over, so that way my nicer stuff can stand up better, you know?
Yeah. When it comes to like I've had people complain do the same stuff of like, oh well harems and blah 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 blah, but like at the end of the day it's just like I don't let it bother me. I do what I want. I do what my fans want me to do, and as long as they vote and for stuff like that, I don't really care or should care about that. You know.
If you want to hear more about the one subject that Sage mentioned earlier, expect Sage's rant video possibly on that subject.
Also, a little bit of a note on a podcast as well, but yeah, I will be making a Sages rant on that topic as well. So be very alert for that one.
And I think the last thing I'll just mention here is that anyone who's watching the sister podcast, Renegon Rants, we kind of changed the format a bit, so you might want to watch the most recent upload of that so you can figure out what happened with that, and a few topics there that you might enjoy, for sure. But yeah, I think that's all we have for now, right?
Yeah, I think that's about. We've like, actually, we got a couple minutes. We got like a couple.
Yeah,
We got.
we can keep going. We do have a couple minutes here, actually.
So like, when it comes to like a lot of people, I think another thing I want to like also really make very clear to people is, I've said this before on my live streams, but like, stop relying on shoutouts. Don't do that. Or like, I'm just here to like, I'm not here to be mean about this. I just think that I have to make something very clear to people. Shoutouts don't help you as much as you think they do. I think I've made this clear on another podcast, but I don't think I went into it like as much depth as I did on my live streams and stuff like that. So I want to make this very clear. Shoutouts do not kickstart your channel. I can make this very clear for an example of one of my favorite 2K YouTubers in Click Productions. When he was starting out, he got a shout out from Crispy Flakes, who had 8,000 subscribers, and he gained 30 subscribers instantaneously and never really went above anything from there, you know? It took him a long time before he was finally able to get the success he has now, and he has like over 173,000 subscribers, but that didn't kickstart his channel at all. It only got him to like, I don't know, like when he was like had 1,000 subs, and it only gained like 30 off of that. So the point that I'm trying to make is that shadows don't have the effect that you think they do. Even guys like Jacksepticeye who can say, oh, he got successful because of Shadow. Jacksepticeye had to keep that audience over time, and he only got like 12,000 subscribers off of that himself, which, I mean, only. It is a lot. But, and it does really mean a lot when you get shouted out by a very massive YouTuber like that, which PewDiePie was large at the time, even today. But the problem is that Jacksepticeye would not have been as successful had he actually not had something that was, different from other people, He had to like find a way to not only keep an audience but also do some other stuff in between. Because the people who subscribe to him or like even Click Productions were not there to subscribe to Click or Jacksepticeye. They were there because their favorite creator told them to do that. No investment in their content, nothing there, just whatever. This is why people need to realize that even when it comes to people like, when it comes to those types of cases, it doesn't produce the exact effect that you think it does. And when you ask a creator for a shout out, it does not really, I will immediately tune you out. I'm not trying to be mean here at all, but I do not appreciate people who beg for shoutouts because I know what you are. You're a clout chaser and you want a quick way to get subscribers. When that is not important, far from the contrary. You have to build an audience on your own. You have to put in the work on your own. Yes, can it give you spot? Even with someone like Crypt, he like has collaborated with people on his ciphers, even like lesser known people. Who, like, when it comes to that type of stuff, it comes down to like a collaboration is better than a shout out overall, because then the creator shows that they are actually pretty good as well. So, but when you shout them out, it like doesn't make you as successful as you think it will make you. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So I recommend, and when you go into the comment section and be like, "Can I have a shout out? Can I have a shout out? Can I have a shout out?" No one likes you. Like, if you have to ask for shout outs and for your content and stuff like that, I'm very sorry, but you are kind of it's kind of a cop out way to like not do the work. And at the end of the day, it kind of can show a little bit of insecurity about your own content, that you're not putting in like the work, that you don't think that your content is good enough, so you need to rely upon someone else to pay attention to you, it has like an insecurity of where you don't think that you are good enough to like put people to get your name out like on your own, and or it can speak to like the work type of stuff, or it can say like you don't think your content, and we're gonna say like maybe you don't think their and if someone like asks for a shout, maybe their content is not that great, and they're like go in front of their screen and have like the buzz in them in the background, this like all this other bullshit, and are like, "Hey guys, thank you all so much," and like they have like a shitty mic and audio quality and have zero editing prowess, and like at that end of the day, you're not putting in the work. I'm just sorry, like. And the fact that you're not putting in the work while trying to hopefully while you're doing it and you're trying to find a quick way, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, like, you can stand out on your own without trying to get the attention of other people, in all honesty.
And like that's the thing. Like, not even like, you don't see me begging for shoutouts. I never beg for shit. I haven't even grown my channel off of like a shout out at all. Like, the only way that you could like, I had to get that shit done for me organically over time. Did I have some boys support me? Hell yes. Did I have some guys? Did I get like some credit for like my what if and like by Tyler? Yes, I did. But at the same time, and it did give me some subs. But at the same time, that wasn't necessarily a shout out. He was like, and since we're boys and cool like that, we like, come on, and also cool, and also I remember, and like at the end of the day, it's just something that I just feel like needs to be addressed. I didn't grow my channel just from getting some handouts. I grew my channel because I wanted to grow it, and I put in the work to do so. I didn't ask, I didn't complain, I didn't do other bullshit. I just worked, and that's what you got to do on YouTube. You don't ask for shortcuts. If you do that, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, I think it's a lot more beneficial if someone else finds you, in my opinion.
Yes. it is actually a lot more beneficial because then you are being recognized by that person. But if you're not being allowed to be found, but if you're trying to force yourself onto another person, they're not paying attention to you. Especially since you get like the same comments every day about this type of stuff, you know?
Like, yeah, to give like 2 examples here. So I met 2 anti-tubers recently. There's one that goes by Tyler Doe, and there's another one that goes by Eddie Hates Anime, and they're relatively smaller in subs for sure. I'm definitely larger sub count wise, but the thing that I liked about both of them was their personality and their presentation. Like, I offered to go on their joint podcast, which was called the Teddy Anime Cast, which that should come out Monday, and it was quite an interesting experience because people don't realize, like, random people like myself might just reach out to you because we like how your content is, than you just trying to ask for a shout out.
Yes.
And you lose that ability to try to win the person over if you've done that previously with other people.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes at the end of the day. And like I see then like the same people I tried to be like nice, I just give this advice to, they didn't go around and just like be like, oh, and then you go to like the next prayer and like, can I get a shout out? Like not even listening to whatever the fuck I said. And that I just find and at that point I have to feel like you're gonna learn yourself at that point. I try to teach you, but you're gonna have to learn yourself.
But yeah, I think this is a good point where we can end stuff off here.
Yeah. All right. So a little bit of a later ranty type of thing on the State of Sanctum podcast, but I feel like I need to get all that off my chest. Make sure you go subscribe to Drew from What If Universe, follow us on Twitter, all this other type of BS and stuff like that. And go check out the Renegade Ram podcast. That's a pretty good podcast as well. We'll have that upload as well. And that's just about it for me. This is Drew. You can say your goodbyes, and I'll say mine.
This has been your boy Anime Sage. Sign out. Peace. York. Bye.
Oh my god! Good job.
I just kept you off guard by saying years.
Oh my god! This has been your boy Anime Sage. Sign out. Peace. York. Bye.